yes, here's part of our garden. Somehow our garden morphed into two separate garden areas. This is interesting, I guess, how gardens evolve or something. But anyway, so here's our backyard garden. We planted marigold and planted them all around the front house too. But we have marigold planted, but that's some wheat there. We have some green beans in the middle here. So this is middle of August. I think I planted these maybe at the beginning of August, late July mostly. And then here we have peppers, a lot of peppers, some weeds in there as well, but mostly jalapeno type peppers. And two of our okra plants. Some of the rest are in the other garden, but those are the remainder of our guava trees that we had last year against the fencing. You want to get a close-up of them?
I'm going to zoom in.
Yeah. They pretty much died down to the root, and then we planted them in the ground, so they're coming up as, we'll see how they do, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, we've got
some pineapples going.
Pineapples. We did the whole chop the top of the pineapple and buried it in the ground. I think I put them in water for a few weeks first to see if they get a little bit of root, but buried them in the ground. And this is how big they are now. They are about, I know they say it takes 1.5 years from when you plant them. So these are scheduled to produce a fruit next summer, I think. I believe. We have I think we have 5 of those. Some oregano. This needs to be redone, this whole area, but there's some oregano. There's some sweet potato in that box there, and a little bit of tomatoes. We finished up pretty much the tomato season, so any tomatoes you see are scragglers.
Yeah.
Right?
We moved a lot of stuff around recently. We had some areas, like this one over here, was blocked up by chickens and stuff like that. That's why it looks like that. We need to reorganize and redo stuff for fall and getting ready for the next spring.
A bunch of peach trees here from seeds, so we'll see what they do. Our other pineapple, more sweet potato vines. And
the greens are good.
Oh, yeah. Mint, a banana. We had our 2 banana plants last year, and I split them off. One of them produced a lot of suckers. But I split them off, and this one didn't have roots in it. So it actually looks like it might be trying to root. It looks kind of green, but I put these 2 of them in the ground and 2 in pots just because I didn't feel like digging the ground holes at the moment. But I'm gonna put these in the ground. And there's some hostess. So yeah, I am very much into whatever is kind of like a wild edible or a really easy to grow plant that you can eat also. And so hostess plants, apparently you can eat the entire plant, and the young shoots are the best ones. So I bought some hostess plants, basically. So I'm going to try those. And the same with the canna lily over there that grow up over here. They are, you can eat the roots pretty much.
Big flowers and big leaves.
Yeah. You can eat the roots, kind of like, apparently they are the arrowroot flower, or the arrowroot. You can eat like potatoes, pretty much.
Yeah.
They taste a little different. But, so we have tons of that. So, sweet potato and canna root lily. I tried growing regular potatoes, and this year I actually got them to grow, but the potatoes that came from them weren't that impressive, so I think I might be done trying.
Gotcha. So
I probably just did it wrong, but I'm done trying for now. Lemongrass.
Well, that's a lot of lemongrass.
Yeah.
And all that. Great for making some tea.
Yeah, we clipped it. It was super tall. We just clipped it to grab some tea from it. But these are the banana plants that we separated out. Well, I separated out.
Yes. She separated out. She did a great job.
I'm just kidding.
We have 2 rose bushes over here too.
Oh, yeah. It's got a flower on it.
Yeah, this one has flowers going on it.
This one could actually...
And this one, it's really small at the moment. They both keep growing flowers and dropping them off, growing flowers and dropping them off.
Yeah. This one could be separated out more. You can look down and there's 4 big individual plants in there.
Yeah, see that?
So they're getting a bit big, but I need to separate it if I'm going to do that. And so it was these two original ones that died back, and then they start growing like this, and I separated the 4 off from this one. And there's more that can be taken off from it. Big trees, big tree. Peach tree gave us like 5 peaches this year.
Yeah.
A lot of citrus out here, and 3 fig trees. The pear tree at the end. There's some pawpaws at the
Those
end.
cages over there. There was
And
some
our apple
muscadine,
tree.
right? And muscadines right there, muscadines. And here's the kumquat.
Growing tall, but it did the whole. We'll see how it does. We'll just see how they do the second year.
Yeah.
We'll go from there. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our garden that got a little bit of neglect this year, also.
Baby
But
came.
Baby came, so yeah. We have a small little strawberry bed there. We did get some strawberries off that, but this needs to be addressed a little bit. Here's something I'm excited about. These passion fruit. Like, yeah, I got passion fruit. Look at the flower. Oh, so cute. These things grow super easy. And they're easy to, they put off fruit pretty easy, so this will be one that I will cultivate because it's easy to do.
Yeah.
And then, of course, our okra. There's some more of our okra plants and more separated out back there.
Over there. You see some in...
What zone are we in? We're in zone 8A, I think, right?
Yeah, we're in zone 8A.
8A. So,
Oh, and there's some of our pokeweed.
Oh, yeah.
That's another
pokeweed.
easy one for this area. It just kind of just grows and it's really delicious.
Well, you're supposed to, it's considered poisonous, quote, but it has medicinal purposes, the berries do. I think even the root, if you process it correctly. And then the greens, the young greens, before the stalk starts to turn purple, is when you can, so the young spring greens is when you can take them and boil them twice, usually for 10 minutes, and then you eat them like you would any other green. We did that probably 3 or 4 times this spring, had some yummy pokeweed to eat.
Oh, yeah.
So that's cool. And that grows wild here, so that's another thing that I enjoy because it grows wild. And you don't really have to do much with it.
And here's some more of our marigold.
We planted marigold from seed, and they have a lot of medicinal properties. They're really good for the soil. So why not plant a bunch of it? And the bees like it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
A little more canna lily right there.
Yep. Get a better picture of the flowers on those. Some canna lilies. We got to clear all that out.
And the fall.
And our chickens are down there, hanging out, doing their thing.
Doing their chicken thing. And there's screaming babies in the background. I guess we should go check on that.
Let's go.
Of course, we have our plantain garden here. Got our plantains grow up here that we eat some every once in a while. Also, we have a bunch of wild strawberries, which I don't think they're very edible, but those
They're
are
very bitter.
Yeah.
It's the Foss strawberries.
Yeah. Then we have rosemary and our green onion. These are wild, kind of wildish. We didn't plant these; they were here when we came, so I replanted them to this area, and they're doing really well here. So green onion sort of thing going on. I just want to mention though, so yeah, this is the beginning of our fall garden. No, that's right. So I planted over here in these 2 plots, kind of, sort of. That back one next to the okra, I put cabbage. There's some cabbage we tried to grow over the summer, and it did very badly. So those are still there, sticking out of the ground. But replanted some cabbage, and this front one here planted some carrot, broccoli. No, what's the white one? Cauliflower and beets up here. So those are apparently good ones. I guess depending on your zone, we're 8A zone, agricultural zone 8A, and they do well as the second part of the growing season. The first part, we have basil there. Look at that basil. That's like the best basil I ever had grow. It's a big old bushel of basil. I take it and dry it, so we have plenty of it dried for the rest of the year too. But let's see. We had some cucumbers, a tiny bit of watermelon. We had a ton of, what are those things? Tomatillos.
Yes.
Which I'm not sure how that got started here, but every year it seems like we have a ton of tomatillos grow. And we get We got nice fruit off of it this year. We learned that the earlier season of it does better. So when they start, some are popping up now, and those ones don't usually produce much. So I usually
yank them
out of the garden area. But so tomatillos and tomatoes is what we had a lot of out of here, and then we had some greens out in here, some collard greens, but wait a little bit, probably toward the end of August when it cools down more, and plant more greens if we want more greens. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's where it's at now.
Looking good.
Some of it's some wild stuff, and then we've got some non-wild stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there we go.